Peer pressure is often given a bad name, but frankly speaking, good things do come out of it. Take the TVS household for instance. With talented siblings such as the RR310 and the RTR 200 4V, the smallest of the Apaches began to feel the heat. TVS, being the good parent it is, decided to intervene, and the result is this, the RTR 160 4V. Wait, isn't this the 200? No, it isn't. Yes, it looks identical to the 200 from every angle, but look carefully and the differences begin to emerge. The RTR 160 4V sports a conventional handlebar to begin with, and the seat 2 is now a single piece unit, unlike the split seat offered on the 200. The digital instrument cluster is exactly the same on the 200 as well, except the carbureted version makes do without a gear position indicator and a lap timer. Overall, with its aggressive stance, minimalist decals, glossy finish, and great, if borrowed, styling, the RTR 160 4V now looks like it means business, more than ever before, that is. The RTR 160 4V is undoubtedly a good looking motorcycle, but that's also because it shares every single body panel with the RTR 200. There is of course a difference in the finishing and the details, however I think TVS could have worked a little bit harder in this department. The outgoing RTR 160's motor was a bit long in the tooth, to be honest. It was fast but not the most refined engine around, and while it had the grunt to excite, the competition from all quarters was taking the game ahead substantially. TVS has finally retorted in the form of the heavily reworked 159cc motor, which is now oil-cooled and features 4 valves instead of 2. With a power output of 16.5 HP for the carbureted version, with 16.8 HP coming from the fuel-injected variant, and also 14.8 Nm of torque, the RTR 160 4V is effortlessly quick. It has gotten heavier by 6 to 10 kg depending on the variant you pick, but the motor's linear performance and even spread of torque hardly makes its weight gain a concern under enthusiastic riding. It's fast, but unlike older RTRs, it's not furious. This is a motorcycle that has evolved from the brat it once used to be to a polished, well-mannered machine that will appeal to a wider audience. Refinement levels are genuinely impressive even on the carbureted version, although this has come at the expense of that raw RTR character we've always found so hard to resist. All things considered though, the RTR 160 4V is a motorcycle that will light up your commute and prove to be a lot of fun out on the highway. If you thought the new RTR 160 4V was all about the motor, you couldn't be more wrong. TVS, you see, spends a lot of time at the racetrack, and it knows there is no point to an energetic motor if it can't be taken around a corner very fast. To make this happen, TVS decided to make a few changes to the RTR 200's inherently agile chassis it had borrowed, primarily on the suspension front. As a result, it now gets a 33mm telescopic fork and a 7-step adjustable monoshock, both of which are new and specifically developed for the 160. In addition to this, TVS has also given it a set of grippy Remora tires, and in 2 of the 3 variants, it gets a disc brake at either end. Braking itself, however, isn't the most impressive since it lacks bite at the front end and doesn't get ABS either, even as an option. There's no such thing as a dull RTR, and the new 160 4V is no exception to this. However, thanks to sharing its platform with the 200, this is now a confident, stable motorcycle, unlike the twitchy, almost snappy older generation of RTRs. Thankfully, it's no longer cramped for taller riders, and with an aggressive but not demanding riding geometry, this bike is going to be as much fun on the road as it is on the track. TVS's approach to evolving its 160cc offering has been spot on, but it could have been more fulfilling to see it with a dramatically different visual package as well. Overall though, the RTR 160 4V now has everything it needs to turn the heat on its rivals, although this does have implications within its own family. Firstly, the 160's fantastic evolution makes the existing RTR 180, which boasts similar specifications and pricing, seem a bit redundant. And secondly, it's bound to make RTR 200 owners a bit, well, uneasy given how similar it looks. Has all the peer pressure finally worked in the 160's favor then? Yes, absolutely. The RTR 160 4V is a grown-up, mature motorcycle which banks on TVS's learning from the racetrack rather than from unapologetic aggression, and this is a great thing for a wider audience. On the other hand, it has lost some of its raw character, and I wish it could have been retained. Now, if only it could get bullied some more, so it could get a new change of clothes as well.